Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Down the rabbit hole news, I am the rabbit. Make sure you're hitting that like and subscribe button. We have a little bit of an update on the lawsuit between Rogelio Nores and Geoff Payne, Liam Payne's father. Okay. Now, it's just a couple of filings that I wanted to point out. The system pacer is going to be down tomorrow. So I said, yeah, let me go ahead and do a quick little video and hopefully do not a lot of editing and drop it tonight for you guys to review. I have a copy of these documents. So we'll definitely be reviewing those if need be. But just a couple of updates to what we have. So, we know that on March 7th, we had Geoff Payne's answer to Rogelio Nores. Geoff Payne filed a motion to have Rogelio Nores's lawsuit dismissed with prejudice, okay? And so there was a response due date from Rogelio Nores' side, which would be March 21st. All right. So then on the 20th, there was an unopposed motion for extension of time to file response, reply, and answer to defendant's motion, which means that Rogelio Nores' attorney filed a motion to basically have time extended to reply to Geoff Payne's motion to dismiss without prejudice. Okay. So we have that. And then we also have a summons in here, which Rogelio Nores served to Geoff Payne, and this is a summons that was served clearly, abroad. And we have a copy of that. I'm not going to show it because, of course, it shows kind of information, that's private information. I'm not trying to disclose all of Mr. Payne's, addresses and whatnot. But I could see that we have a summons here, okay, that was sent to Geoff Payne, and actually Geoff Payne was served with the summons, and he responded as well. And all of this was entered on March 20th. Okay, so then we have March 21st, which is today. Some of you guys might be seeing this the following day, but we have a paperless order granting Rogelio Nores unopposed motion for extension of time to respond to defendant's motion to dismiss. Okay, so on or before April 4th, 2025, plaintiff, which is Rogelio, shall file his response to defendant's motion to dismiss. Moving forward, any request for extension or enlargement must be filed sufficiently in advance of the deadline issue. And this was signed by the judge on these minute orders. Okay. Furthermore, we have another thing here. It says March 21st, which is again today, set reset deadlines hearings to defendant's motion to dismiss with prejudice. So the judge actually went in there and said, "Go, we're going to extend that little deadline that Rogelio Nores is requesting, which is about for 14 days." Okay. Now we do have that paperwork here that I will show you. This is, let's see, we show first, which is this document right here. Plaintiff on a post motion for an extension of time to respond to defendant Geoff Payne's motion to dismiss plaintiff's complaint. Now, Rogelio Nores, by and through his undersigned counsel, the rule is written there, files this unopposed motion for extension of time to respond to defendant's Geoff Payne's motion to dismiss plaintiff's complaint. Plaintiffs request a 14-day extension through and including April 4th, 2025 to respond. In support of this motion, plaintiff states, number one, plaintiff filed the complaint on January 15th. Defendant filed a motion to dismiss plaintiff's complaint on March 7, 2025. Plaintiff respectively requests a 14-day extension of time to respond to Geoff Payne, defendant, motion to dismiss plaintiff's complaint up through and including April 4th, 2025. Enlargements of time are permanent with good cause by federal rule. Such enlargements of time should be granted absence a showing of bad faith or undue prejudice. Okay, and they're listing kind of some rules there and citations. The extension of time is necessary as plaintiff is still in the process of reviewing and investigating the arguments asserted in defendant's motion to dismiss. So Rogelio and his attorneys are saying we're still reviewing everything that Geoff Payne has filed. Okay. Plaintiff's counsel also requests this extension due to the undersigned's current caseload in both federal and state court, which have resulted in overlapping deadlines. So Rogelio's attorney has some deadlines he's got to address. That's why they're requesting this extension. All right. Based on the foregoing, okay, pursuant rule is there, plaintiff have demonstrated good cause to extend the time to respond to defendant's motion to dismiss plaintiff's complaint. All right. So again, asking for them to extend before any signatures, before any decisions, so that they can have an adequate response to Geoff Payne. No party will be prejudged by relief request herein. The plaintiff is not filing this motion for purpose of delay. Okay, this is what Rogelio is saying. He's not filing this to delay the process. Plaintiff counsel conferred with defendant counsel with respects to relief sought herein, and defendant counsel has agreed to extension through and including April 4th. So this tells me that both Rogelio Notis's attorney and Geoff Payne's attorney are actually in conversation, in agreement to have this extension happen. They're in agreement. Okay. So, I mean, that's interesting. I mean, both attorneys are talking. It happens a lot. Maybe there might be mediation to this situation. I'm not really sure. The biggest thing is making sure that Geoff Payne isn't hit with like a 10 million, dollar lawsuit over some crap that it's like he did what he did right by his son, giving testimony to the Argentinian courts for the purposes of, helping in the Liam Payne investigation. Let's keep going. A proposed order granting plaintiffs' unopposed motion is attached herein. Okay, so that is also attached now. And the motion, by the way, was granted, ordered, and adjourned that this motion is granted. The deadline for plaintiff to file a response to defendant motion to dismiss plaintiff's complaint in this action is April 4th, 2024. Okay, so that gives a little bit of an extension for Rogelio Notis, but it sounds like both parties wanted to speak. Both parties were in agreement for this extension to happen. I am really, really doing my best to kind of stick to and making sure that that we are reporting on this, right? Especially like what the filings are. If something seems unfair, giving my opinion in a way in which we're just talking about this lawsuit. I haven't received any more updates on what's happening in Argentina. And like I said, I stay still kind of upset about everything that has happened. And, hopefully with the higher courts being brought in, there's going to be more looking into what happened. There's just so much evidence and everything that I feel like was missed over and skipped. And clearly, we're not the only ones that feel this way. I want to shout out the fans on Twitter because like I see you guys are amazing. I think you guys receive a lot of hate from various people. And I mean, don't get discouraged. I just want to say that to you because as a content creator, we receive a hate. I could tell you, like all of us on YouTube receive hate one way or another. If you feel passionate about a situation, I know I do feel passionate about this. Keep talking about it. Keep doing what you're doing. That's what you have to do. Of course, always doing it in a way that is bringing awareness and, that is right and that it's safe. It is the internet at the end of the day. But, as long as I think everybody stays focused on bringing justice to Liam Payne, I think it's amazing. And, we'll see what comes out of this civil lawsuit. And of course, if we have new updates, we'll be updating on this channel. Hit the like button. Very last video, probably very, very late. But do me a favor, hit the like button, share it because it helps get out there. Let me also say, shout out to my supporter, Sylvia. Guys, these legal documents do cost money because, we constantly are looking at different cases and pulling different things. So shout out to everybody that has donated to Pacer, to anything on my channel. I appreciate everybody. You guys are amazing. And again, thank you, Sylvia. You're amazing. Thank you again. I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye, guys.